So this is more of a stretch routine to do either after work or before you go to work, either way. They're called Around the Worlds, and I'll give credit to my boxing teacher, Jeremy, because he's the one that taught me this, and I kind of modified it a little bit just so, because he does like really advanced stuff that's super hard. So you just follow along. It takes less than like 5 minutes to do this. Has kind of like yoga elements, so I'm sure some of you people will be able to recognize it. So start hands together, breathing in, and a couple of breaths. Just getting the body warmed up. Breathing in, bend backwards as far as you can. Forward, flat back if you guys know what this is. So breathing in, putting your hands at your shins, flat back. Hands on the floor. You're gonna split your legs apart a bit. Do a little stretch for the hamstrings. I'll go to my left side first. Rotate your feet. Here, do a little stretch for the hip flexors. I always like this. If it kind of hurts, then I would bend your knee a bit. Stretch. I always need this because hip flexors get tight from sitting. Come back, do a little downward dog. Sure you guys seen this. Here. Push-up position. If you can't do that, put your knees down and forward. Bring back up. And for this, I always see a lot of people do this. You want to make sure you bring your shoulder blades back. Eyes towards the ceiling. Child's pose. Kind of feeling. You can rock side to side. Stretch out the shoulders. Need this too. I can kind of feel the tightness. And here I did a little bit of modify, so I'm gonna bring my hands back. So you want to push up from the ground, helping with the upper back. A little bit more advanced. I used to do a lot of this. You can stretch out, like circle movements. You want to do that. If it's too much for your shoulders, you got to be careful. You have shoulder issues, so. Maybe you can't do that. This is perfectly fine too. Bring back on your toes. Downward dog. And bring the right foot up next to your the outside of the right hand. And stretch here. Then I'm going to turn and pivot towards the back. This. My teacher used to do a lot of headstands, so you can go this. Come back. Then rotate to the left. So your left foot's on the outside. Bring it back. Downward dog. Going to push-up position. Coming down again. If you can't, you can go on your knees. Always like to kind of explore moving around your joints just to see what's tight. Child's pose. And back. And if you want, you can circle your arms. Stretch out the shoulder. Back to the toes. Downward dog. Bring your right foot up next to your right hand. Stretching the hip flexors and pivoting it back to the front. You have really tight hamstrings or calves, that's always good. together. If you can't do that, you know, you gotta protect yourself. Just step in, flat back. And that's it.